I'll be like micromanaging because we're using Serenade today. Switches back and forth between a sword that flies around, slashing your enemies, putting a mark on them, and then when you switch to a main hand weapon, you're able to capitalize on that by getting a bunch of criticals, which is a pretty neat concept by itself, but pretty difficult to use in execution. You have to basically be switching back and forth constantly with this thing. And additionally, I mean, I gotta figure out exactly what I want to do when it comes to using like secondary weapons, and I do have one. It does take up 2 slots at a time too, which is a lot of different things to consider when you want to try and use this thing to its fullest potential. But after doing a bunch of runs off screen, I think I got a good idea of how I want to approach using Serenade. Basically, the plan is that I'm going to go in, use this thing as a melee weapon, whenever I would normally use a melee weapon, and then when I'm running away, switch out and have it get a whole bunch of extra damage when I don't even have to worry about trying to attack with it, rather than like the other way around, waiting for the Serenade to attack first and then running in for all the melee hits. It's not perfect, but I do think that this does have potential for a good run, especially if I do switch out like the main hand for maybe not just like another sword, but something along the lines of a something that can give me some damage over time. You know, anything that can synergize well, especially ranged if possible, to really work with the whole like running away and while also attacking combination I'm trying to do. Aside from that, I am also going to be looking for just like anything that gives me really big burst damage. Good, something like a flamethrower turret, a good bomb, whatever, to help deal with crowds. Because as far as I can tell, I don't think the flying around form of Serenade is very good at hitting multiple enemies at a time. I think it can, but it doesn't really... It doesn't do as much damage as you want it to if you're not getting the mark on there. And it's certainly hard to switch back to the melee form of it, the melee form of it, when you are surrounded by 5 different enemies that are all charging at you right now. Well, I do think this is going to be a rough one. This is going to be one difficult run, and that will probably require multiple streams to do, but hey, maybe I can at least get a decent way into this run first off, and like, I don't know, split it into 2 parts or something. Or maybe it'll just go well anyway. I mean, hey, this could easily be quite a surprise when it comes to late game or so. It's been rough early game, especially because, you know, you can't just run away from enemies and have them be instantly taken out if they're elites, which is the other problem that I've been running into. But by late game, that might actually be true. I don't know. It's stuff like the Snake Fangs have certainly surprised me. I can easily see that happening with the Serenade as well. Throwing Knife, I think, is a good option for the sort of secondary weapon that I'm talking about. Instantly tracks onto enemies and, you know, it sets up some synergies. Also is something where I don't have to worry too much about like the whole ammo part of the weapon or anything, because I'm going to be switching back and forth between Serenade so often. Get something like, I don't know, get something like bleed propagation, get something like poisons as well as bleeds on there. I would be set basically for the entire run. Oh, what are the numbers for? Yes. So if you have Serenade out in the flying form, the numbers count down, and basically as it gets to 0, Serenade disappears and has like a 30-second cooldown. However, if Serenade hits a marked enemy, that resets. If Serenade is in your hand, it does not go down. So normally, if you were planning to have Serenade out in like the flying form and, you know, you're just using your main hand weapon most of the time, you would lose it pretty quickly. But I'm actually going to be trying to use it as a main hand, so it's probably not going to be coming up a lot. We'll see. I mean, it's certainly the ability to have a sword that flies around attacking enemies, much like, you know, the Great Owl of War, is probably more useful than what's otherwise a kind of unimpressive melee sword, but yeah. Doc Serenade is a rough one. Okay, yes, I might have said that like 5 times, but whatever. Anyway, first thing I'm taking, combo. Because if the regular sword version of this is not going to be doing too much damage, at least that can buff up the damage a lot. I don't know. No, I can get past the first area. I've gotten past the first area now. Look, the first area is not even the real issue. It's the point where I get into like the prison depths or corrupted confinements, etc. that it starts to get real bad. The extra melees, the extra enemies spawning all over the place. It's hard to deal with groups of enemies with Serenade, and that's when it starts to get very bad. But if I can just get some synergies on here, and I already have like plus 80% on poison, so that would be something. Should be fine. Totally okay. Also with a good buffed up version of the heavy grenade. I think that'll also work out well for me too. I don't need that. Although inflammable oil plus flamethrower turret is also a lot of damage by itself. Not as much burst, but I don't know, especially if I get like 100% oiled and fire, which I do think I have a good potential of happening. Serenade, you know what I want you to strike right now. It's kind of like the giant. Sometimes Serenade does not actually hit the enemies you want him to. But that's okay, because hopefully I'm not going to be getting in too bad of a position where that's going to be the difference between life and death. And if I am, that's my own fault, really. Why are you posting the B movie beginning? Is it because I said that for some reason that is like a banned phrase on Twitch? That's caught by the auto mod, which is goofy, but I guess I get it. But, you know. There. And, well, I should just have out the flying form for... Because even though it does minimal damage, it can at least take care of the flying enemies really easily. And it's a lot like the Great Owl of War. It's just... You know, it's weird to think that all the summoned enemies have these weird gimmicks associated with them. That's an interesting idea. I don't know. I think I still take double damage even if even if the Wrenching Whip is currently overwritten by Serenade. That said, I'm not going to even mess around with it right now anyway. No, before it becomes invincible. Serenade, where'd you just go? You just flew. You just flew off the edges of the screen to the left. It was very weird. No. Now we get to see the hold faster expire. Come on now. I swear I was hitting him with the... There we go. I swear I was hitting him with the edge of the sword. Good. Serenade sometimes does not want to actually switch back and forth. It's like when you're climbing up ledges like this or walking up them. Anytime that you couldn't normally use a skill, you can't switch back and forth with Serenade, which sometimes messes me up. Like if I can't switch on command like instantaneously, sometimes I get confused as to what form it's currently in. Okay. Do you just have the entire B-movie script with you right now? And if so, why? I guess, you know, like, you can probably get transcripts for any movie that you want, right? People will do that. But why the B-movie? Because you said it was banned. I didn't say it was banned. I said Twitch it's banned on Twitch. Like, for some reason, the auto mod says, no B-movie. Jerry Seinfeld's classic story of Ray Liotta owning a honey company. What was that about? You know, his magnum opus, really. But, I gotta go find another version of this weapon. Just some sort of burning right now. I'm working on burning. I'm gonna feel the burn, baby. Okay, and even if this does not synergize well with being Brutality Run, Electric Thunder Shield is still absolutely fantastic. God, I love that weapon. You know, let's switch back with that to try and get a few... No, just go into the teleporter. Well, anyway. Yes, I just need to, something. Get the flying enemies taken care of, if possible. It's like you do have a good 30 seconds before you lose the Serenade if it's just permanently in flying form. Enough that I can really take out regular enemies easily, but I don't know. If you were really trying to optimize the run, you would only like switch when you needed the counter. You would keep Serenade out in the flying form all the time and only switch when you need the counter to be reset and something like that, but I don't know. There's so much brain power that would be required in actually making that work that, yeah. A bomb I should stare at it. I was not, that's not what I was doing. I was trying to go, you know what I was doing. Anyway, still gonna be going into the prison depths, even though I don't want to, but it's because I really want that stat. Oh, come on now. Come on. Come on, once again, just like sometimes just not hitting the enemies you want it to. Fickle in that way, but it's also a weapon you don't really control to a certain extent. Like explicitly lore-wise. It's, would actually like to see, you know, take a look at what the Serenade is actually saying half the time, but it's just so very impossible to do so. Like, I'm already living on the razor's edge. But, yeah? Oh, just a rat. Yeah, whatever. Oh, man, oh, man. So close to 60. Yeah, well, me screwing up getting 60 kills should not be unexpected at this point in time, I'd like to say. All right, this is good potential for an upgrade if possible. Inflammable oil, bleeding targets, not burning targets though. It is quite a bit of extra damage, so I'll take that for now. Maybe might be able to scrounge up enough cash. Nah. Stun targets ain't gonna be happening at all, so not gonna worry about that. And this is maybe like the one time in a while that I've actually really cared about getting good synergy, elemental synergies on a weapon. 'Cause for the most part, you know, they're so rare and weird when they actually tend to show up that I don't really bother going for it. But here, it's like, come on. Like, the bleed and everything, the bleed and fire would be so easy to get. I mean, I have it. I literally have it right now, so. All it requires is just a weapon that actually has those on it. It's a trademark not to get 60. That's right. I mean, y'all are watching because you're like, oh man, how's he not gonna get 60 this time? Purposely? Out of spite? Or just because of weird gameplay issues? Not going into the teleporter, for example? You know. Oh, speaking of which, there, we had one hit left. Oh, where did that come from? Spite. It's definitely spite. It's not. It was spite like once. It's not always spite, you know. Come on. Give me at least a little bit more credit than that. All right, give me disengagement. They've apparently changed up disengagement, so now it just, if your HP goes below 20%, it seems to just set you to 20%, which is, like, super powerful. Makes it even more worthwhile to get than usual. But that's also, you know, the one that I take all the time, so I might end up switching out for something else eventually. However, on the other hand, getting a shield that will actually work with the build that I'm doing right now will be... Oh, man. All right, I want to go ranged so I can hit it with the... I'm forgetting what I'm doing right now. And there it goes. First curse there. Well, that was an embarrassing death, and then an embarrassing subsequent 5 deaths, including one where I started out this stream just coming in here, and then immediately died to the curse once again. I'm starting to think this weapon might not be all that good, but I have gotten some good suggestions in terms of like other potential combinations of stuff to use with this. However, I don't know. I just feel like the big problem with this weapon so far has just been DPS is not there, which is unfortunate because I still really like the idea of Serenade and everything, but especially going up against some of the tougher enemies, bosses, and the like, it really starts to fall behind. I feel like I should just be using a regular weapon for the most part. Oh, well, let's see. I still think that there's good potential here, and I do really like the concept a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should almost mix in some of that footage from previous runs, but oh god, has it been... Okay. Has it been a lot of stuff? I think what I'd like to look for right now is, well, one, a good upgrade, but two, attempting to get a giant killer. You know, the sort of like fastness of this sword and ability to take out a bunch of regular enemies offsets the issues that you have with that weapon quite well. Sort of a match made in heaven, if you ask me. But we'll see if that even shows up. There's a lot of weapons still unlocked as of right now. Oh, well. Come on, just... No, you know which one you want to hit there. No, okay. Was a little bit too cowardly trying not to get hit, and then... nearly did by that slasher. That would have been bad. All right. Yeah, at least, like, especially with combo, though. You can get some pretty decent DPS on it. I don't know. But, no, boy. Speaking of issues with elites, here it comes, baby. Okay. That actually didn't even work all that bad, all things considered. I was a little bit worried there for a second, but hey, a little bit good reflexes saves the day once again. And there we are. Well, it only requires one more hit, but this is really the point in time where the DPS starts to fall off compared to other weapons. So, yeah. All right. Between YouTube mode and Twitch, there's a subtle change in the voice. I hear it now. You speak a bit more clearly and speak up a bit more. While true, I would still say that's not really a YouTube versus Twitch voice thing. I still don't hear it. I mean, it's just like, I don't know if you can really say that, like, giving a presentation in school turns you into a different person or something like that. Well, whatever. As it is, still one of those things that I'm always going to be thinking about every single time I'm doing anything with a video. Add that onto the list. Okay. Do like the katana, but it's like, yeah, having a good version of the... Oh no, this is a bad. This is a bad. Oh, hey. Man. Okay, now come on. Anyway. Oh boy, this is just like all kinds of scary to kind of deal with right now. Okay, now. The elite I would really like to get rid of first off. Ooh, you know, that's also a nice fast weapon. Good potential for getting some extra damage here. Serenade does have extra damage on poisoned enemies, so I guess I'm going to see what I can do with this. You know, sort of combine the... Like, trying to go for as much damage as possible on this weapon, even though I do think that it is largely something that I would rather use as, like, a secondary type of thing to make sure that I am getting good, what would I even call it? Oh, I should have actually kept the katana just in case I wanted to switch back and go for, like, the porcupine. But, you know, it is also, man, so many things occurring right now. That's also a thing that's currently happening. Yeah, bad in groups. Bad in groups. I said it before, I still stick to what I said. Oh, boy. Now. There. Okay, I think I'm going to actually have to use a potion charge at this point in time. Get the malaise a little bit off my back and also not die. You know, that other thing that's kind of important for my general safety when it comes to playing Dead Cells. Oh boy, Katana also pierces through multiple enemies. I mean, well, every weapon kind of does, but you know, it does that as a critical, which is a little bit different. 100% burning oil. Hey, burning and yeah, no, this is not a bad Serenade. This is the sort of Serenade that I would take to the end of the game potentially. I don't know, man. We'll see. For all of the mess that I've been talking, if I get like straight up poison plus poison plus like the good burning synergy on here, it's like there's good potential, I would like to say. That said, Jesus Christ, there's still so many enemies here. You can't go through you can't pack up through the wall. That's unfair. What is this no-clip nonsense? Come on, get over here. I hate it. Would Pork Pack with Snake Fangs teleport you? Good question. Probably not, though. I mean, that seems a little bit silly. Okay. Okay. There we go. That said, it's just like, hey. Oh, great. And it activated the cool elite guy, which now I gotta go deal with. He's got cool elite powers, which I'm also not a huge fan of, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Come on, just get that. Yeah. Really long poison that you have on this particular. Okay, really long poison that you have on this particular weapon. So it's just like, you know, there's good potential for any sort of synergy if I'm going to be going the long haul with. Actually, do I want this? Yeah, sure. If I'm going to be going the long haul with the Snake Fangs. I do quite like Snake Fangs, and I was kind of comparing this weapon in particular to Snake Fangs earlier, because that was one that I didn't really trust in too much, but ended up being pretty good by the end. I just, like, I've done so many runs with Serenade at this point in time. I just feel like it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, there's some lays cleared at least. That makes me feel better about how this is kind of going. Yeah, you almost got me. Didn't though. Jesus Christ, are we really gonna do this? It's a shame this weapon is subpar because I love Transistor so much. Hey, I mean, I played Transistor for the channel last year, and I loved it too. That game's great. Boy, that game is absolutely fantastic. And now that you say that, I see the exact reference that, yeah, let's just do it. Oh, you have to hold it down to pick it up. Probably a good idea. Hey, it'll pay for the potion charge, kind of. Okay. Here, the Serenade, if you would, please. Okay. And now, just like a couple more hits. There we go. Dies immediately. Not yet. Soon. I mean, there's a cursed sword if I really wanted to just end the run right now, because I guess I'm sick of this life and I want to move on to the next one. Oh, let's just go ossuary, keep it nice and simple. The flying sword will at least not kill me when it comes to going up against Thornies, but it's a good thing that I got a bomb right now to kind of, help with the issues I'm about to run into. Yeah, Serenade overriding the Curse Sword, will the Curse Sword still kill you? A good question that I am not going to go experiment around with. Not right now. Although, I would be interested in seeing how that would work. This is not the time. Oh. Hey, look, Dead Cells guy has a whole variety of different bodies to choose from. He does not need to be like, if he feels that this life is not going very well, he can just go switch into whatever he wants to until he escapes the cycle of reincarnation. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. At least not with how I'm playing. Or maybe it will happen soon? Whatever. Anyway. Okay. Just keep switching back and forth. Like I said, I'm going to try and get Serenade doing some of the heavy lifting in terms of attacking. Whatever. Good enough. In terms of dealing with some of the things. You know what I'm trying to say here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Anyway, get a teleport? A cool teleport? I didn't get a cool teleport. Anyway, Yeah. No. Serenade by itself still doesn't do too much damage, but that's okay. Because I'm making it work regardless. I'm so close. We're all so close to finishing up with this horrible curse. This horrible night to have a curse, etc. That's nothing. But the thing I just said was nothing. But, you know. Cut me some slack. It's a stressful time in Dead Cells land. The island, I guess it would be called, right? I already did upgrade this, yeah, for a pretty good one, so I guess maybe I can go get, like, a bomb. But then again, I also said that I was going to save up for, a potion charge coming up here. You know what, Serenade, you take care of this. Yeah, that's good. I gotta make sure that I don't accidentally run out of, like, the whole cooldown, but that shouldn't happen. Especially because I can just do that. There we go. Still using this as a sword, after all. Oh, come on. That wasn't enough. Although, I want to be sure to be careful when it comes to not accidentally getting that thorny on me and killing me. Because that can happen soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. Okay, okay. At least the curse is gone. I am safe for... now. Probably not for long, though. But that's okay. Yep. Good parry, and there's the Snake Fangs coming into play. In fact, let's start to try to, like, open up with a little bit of ranged weaponry and the Snake Fangs just to maximize my DPS for right now. You know, you didn't actually hit him. Whatever, it's fine. Hey, a piece of cake. That's what this run has been so far. Oh, no, that's not true at all. Cursed Serenade run. I don't want it to be a Cursed Serenade run. It's just I've gotten particularly quote-unquote lucky with some of the things that I've found so far. You know, for certain definitions, I suppose. Look, if you're going to play this a little bit more cautiously than I am, you're probably going to have a better time, but obviously that's not how I do things. Throw caution to the wind. I think it makes for better videos, as I always say. These little slimelings, especially with the... Oh, legendary item. What are we looking at? Impaler? I don't hate it. I don't hate an Impaler. However, am I going to end up taking it? We'll see on that point. Could go Armo Pack and make life a tad easier. I mean, that's what I was saying when I had that katana earlier. That would be like a pretty good combination. You know, good damage and everything like that. And I could also look for maybe just like throwing more Snake Fangs in there if I make it work. Well, and at least get like a little bit of... yeah, well, I get healing in this area regardless, so it'll happen eventually. What are we looking at? Okay. Okay. I mean, speaking of the Armadillo Pack, let's just throw this in there for right now, and then I will... kind of like make a decision on if I want to use that a little bit later when the time comes. I like that one, though. That guttural noise. Yeah, well, I mean, I always say the Dead Cells is one of the most stressful games you can play around. Still hold to that. For the Bad Deeds C DLC coming out for mobile tomorrow? Wow, really? It's finally. And I've had people asking about that for a while now, and I was wondering if it was ever going to happen. And any tips from Mama Tick? Anything electricity is your best friend. It does so much damage. And I'm especially talking about, of course, the electric whip, which is, well, a fantastic weapon in the first place, but does double extra damage against Mama Tick, especially. So if you're looking for anything that's going to be really good against her, definitely go with that. All right. Although I'm not entirely sure if they got like the same updates for the electric whip there, but still, like, you know, anything else you might find should work out just as well, I would say. Now, what are we looking at here? Because I'm still maybe gunning for... I should probably save up for the potion charge, make sure that I keep that and everything. Be a little bit more, Tesla isn't in Bad Seed. Yeah, no, that was more recent, right? I'm trying to remember exactly when. No. All right. Not too bad as far as a run is going right now. Only one. The barrels of fun. Yeah, that was Tesla and the barrel launcher. It's too bad that you still don't have that weapon. I love that weapon. Barrel launch is so good. It has such a high DPS damage. It does so well, especially against the Hand of the King, one of the harder bosses in the game. It's like there's just so many good things to say about it. All right, just keep comboing everything to death right now. I can't use the barrel launcher, but it's so good. How can you not? How can you say no to that barrel face? Oh, flawless. Interesting, but what I'm looking for is potentially like some two-handed weapons. I did during one of my test runs manage to see scythe claws, but you know, scythe claws are so intrinsically tied to one another that it's like having only one out didn't really make too much of a difference. But something like one of the... Yeah, get up here. Okay. But having like one of the many crossbows that exist, I think would be a pretty good combo. I didn't see that, but yeah, that was an elite that I just hit. Problems might be arising. Ah, come on! You gotta be kidding me. Okay. There we go. Now we can start back up the episode again with this ridiculously, stupidly overpowered run that I got going here. At least for the very beginning of the game. 2 times damage taken, but also healing, and that can be overwritten by Serenade, which I found out, yes, is in fact the case. So I'm pretty happy to see that, because that means that, like, 2 times damage or the vampirism affix can actually be significantly better than it would normally be in the normal conditions in the game. However, I also have the invisibility necklace, which I should probably dump soon enough. It was more or less to get through the prison depths easy enough. I really shouldn't be cheesing it out at this rate now. I mean, certainly prison depths, you don't really interact with too much of anything. There's no stats or whatever to get, so it makes for a very easy trip through that place, minus the elites that tend to follow you around. It's a lot of good stuff happening here. I can't wait to see how I squander it in the second half of the run. Dies to a curse. Not yet. I already took care of the curse. The point was to start this back up when the curse was already gone, when the full moon waned, and I transformed back from being a werewolf or whatever. Cool. But the more important thing is that now I need to watch out for future curses, which is, even more fun than usual. But hey, it's like, until that point, should be going pretty well. We'll see. Serenade overwrite the curse sword? Probably at this rate. I mean, if it's overwriting the specific affixes, I don't really see why I wouldn't overwrite the curse sword. Which, I mean, as I said, I am definitely happy to see. God, I do not want to die once again to attempting to hit an elite stupidly and then dying. Did you like how I said that in the most nonsensical way possible? Come on. Oh, man. Okay, there. That does it, too. Now, then. I mean, I suppose that I probably should go look for something. This is still, like, literally the weapon that I started out the game with. It is the giant killer that I got out of the tubes at the very beginning. So if I can get a better one, it wouldn't be too bad. Sure, I'm going to miss the vampirism, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for a lot more damage. Not that it really happened to manifest itself this time. We'll see, though. Serenade, please. Okay. Going to the bathroom, don't die. I mean, we're talking about Serenade, no promises. It's been a trip, hasn't it? Through these fellows appearing every and anywhere they possibly can. Automatons is what I'm trying to say. There we are. Should be switching out for the giant killer if I can just get a couple basic hits in for the sake of getting some of that sweet regen. That said, Wow, that was scary for a second. I managed to not get killed, though. Because, yeah, hitting the back of an enemy with Serenade flying around slashing here is probably going to be a death sentence for me. Let's be honest. But until that actually happens, I'm still feeling pretty confident. And here. Yeah, well, you're messing around down there. Gonna go get the most out of the giant killer. I mean, so far, hey, I've barely lost any health. I'm haven't used any potion charges. I think it's looking pretty good. And also, hey, potentially a upgrade for Serenade, depending on how exactly the game wants to... what the game wants to give me here. No. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. It would have to be something from a shop if I wanted to actually have it be a true upgrade. Great. Oh, come on now. That's fine, though. Yep, that's less fine, but still an acceptable thing compared to, like, the runs that have been going previously right now. Automatons are still as populous as ever, though. Could you ever be friends with a lactose-intolerant person? Of course. I mean, what? I probably already am friends with lactose-intolerant people. Why was that the message out of any of them, out of anything that's appeared in chat right now, the one that I decide to read? But anyway, regardless, okay. We go Noita after. Actually, speaking of Noita, and that little mini, like, let's call it intermission episode that I did, I found out, yeah, they made an announcement afterwards saying that that's going to be, like, the last major update for the game. So all the stuff that I was saying about, like, oh, I hope in the future they change up this and that and this, it's like, no, the game's pretty much complete. Which is too bad in some ways. I was kind of hoping that they would still, like, flesh out a few of the, like, big pits that existed in the world and all that. Never really felt like they, you know, were quite done, even with some of the newer stuff that they added there, like the haunted part of the frozen wasteland stuff. There we are, and yeah, let's actually get rid of that already. I'm trying to purposely not take the. I'm trying to purposely not take the invisibility necklace, as always, because I do feel like it is extremely, extraordinarily powerful to the point that it does trivialize at least some parts of the game. Not every part of the game, but enough that I don't want to take it. I mean, it's either that or spoiler stuff are usually the things that I make exceptions for when it comes to showing them off on streams or videos or whatever. Even though, as of late, it's been entirely streams. Man, no, I got nothing to say on that. I just think that really, roguelites, you know, the whole, like, random generation, I like doing stream-type stuff. And I think that having that chat interaction... Hey, come on. Like, one or two more hits here is good. Extra jump in midair. I'll take that, sure. Just for in the future, might be able to get a good amount of potential challenge rifts, and having extra jumps for that is going to be important, especially if I do end up having Serenade on cooldown or something. Because I do know it is still kind of like weird whenever you go through doors where Serenade just, well, leaves you, as I think most skills do. I mean, it's either that or wait around until I can get... Oh, there's a second cursed chest. Dang it, we started this up and I didn't even realize that I'm getting cursed twice in this area. Chat, give me some guidance, because that is a two-handed crossbow. And I like the idea of a two-handed crossbow. But I don't know. Oh, man, oh, man. Yeah, I don't think that's like the best one. I would rather have something like the explosive crossbow or the like. But I guess that's not really something that I can. Yeah, more than a blood shield. I mean, it's not just a blood shield. It's a blood shield combined with the other good main hand that I got here. They're two great items that taste great together. No, I don't like those characters still appearing. Yeah. I'm alive. Of course, this guy appearing behind me is not really filling me with a lot of confidence. There we go. Combo's still very good with this weapon. Offsets a lot of the issues that come from not having the mark on all the time. There we go. Okay. See, dealt with the curse because this time an automaton does not appear in an unfortunate place. Like I said, though, there's plenty more opportunity for that to happen. Okay. Now then, I feel like DC broke the mold as far as evolving as a game. I don't know. I think like Binding of Isaac specifically, when I think about games that have just gotten a lot of updates that have like literally changed the game in a lot of ways. You look at like what Binding of Isaac was before the Wrath of the Lamb DLC, especially. It's like it added a huge amount of extra stuff to do. I think like a lot of the really notable roguelites out there are ones that have been like literally years and years of updates coming out for it. It's one of the things I like most about these games. You get a long development period, which means that the content is just like astronomically huge. Speaking of which, you stream the DLC tomorrow? Absolutely. I like Binding of Isaac an awful lot, and I never played Antibirth, so yeah. And like I said, I think that a lot of roguelites. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. I think that the build I'm working with right now is just better than even trying to work with like a two-handed weapon, unless it's something like I said unless it's something like the explosive crossbow. But yeah, never played Antibirth, and it's like I like that game a lot. So yeah, I'm probably going to be doing streams because I like doing roguelites on stream. I think that it's just it's good to get that like chat interaction and everything. Unless it's Risk of Rain, because it's a randomly generated game. You get it's different stuff each time, which keeps it a lot fresher than maybe like a more story-focused game for a stream-type environment. Anything else? Or something with a lot of backtracking or whatever. Will you bump all the scrolls in Survival and Brutality instead of Brutality and the one with the most health? Because I'm trying to plan that I might be able to get a legendary item. And legendary items scale off of your top two stats. So if I get a whole bunch of survival on top of brutality, that way I can also maybe get some benefit from, I don't know, a gastronomy or something in the future, which would be nice for that. It's like I could get something fun going on. I don't know. In the meantime, didn't get 60 kills. Didn't get any other blueprints. I think if I go for the Scarecrow, which, God, I don't know if I'm going to go for the Scarecrow. I feel like these runs have already been such an enormous grab bag of terrible things happening, Risk of Rain didn't have a timer. I think I would enjoy it more. But the game is so heavily based around that entirely. It's like I couldn't even imagine a Risk of Rain without that. That is one of the things that always kind of like frustrated me about the game too. It's like I'm fine going fast in a game, but having it being specifically codified mechanic is an entirely different beast. And don't get me wrong, I can probably do Scarecrow. Well, so much for the legendary item there. No. Switch back up. And then we'll go with this. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. Probably wasn't important. Yeah, still a very basic version of the giant killer. Good DPS, not super good. Oh yeah, I missed my chance to get the legendary. That's fine though. That's fine. Find like a shrine or two, I'm sure, in the upcoming areas, which will be totally okay. Right. And a lot of marks on this dude, unfortunately. It's still... yeah, Serenade just doesn't do as much damage as I would hope it would. And you gotta do like a lot of weird stuff to make this thing work. And although, you know, the whole like benefit of not having to worry about a 2x damage modifier on yourself is nice, it's like I don't think the weapon was planned for that in mind to be like the major use case for it. I still think really with Serenade, I just want to see like the damage buffed up a little bit. Doesn't even have to be a whole lot. Just enough so that it feels like if you get it down really well, if you get like the switching back and forth down really well, your DPS really improves a lot. I'm talking like, you know, not like noticeably improves. That's what I want to see. How about shrines at the clock tower? We could go shrines. I mean, do you want to? I'm very much worried about the curse, of course, needless to say. But it's like I guess I can skip the curse. There are also legendary items up here, you know. And the stats have been fixed. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Like it's just I probably just, you know, well, skip the the curse chest because it's just like lost so many runs to curse just to trying to get the curse chest in this area. I would say that this is probably one of the roughest curse chests in the game. I am good. I'm glad I didn't get hit there. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just like switch this out and go get the giant killer really working for me, right? Yeah. There we go. That's good enough. Good enough. And then we'll make sure that Serenade remains functional and funky fresh. Serenade, you know, you just go. Oh, it also attacks the birds, which is I didn't even know those things were considered to be enemies. Now come on. Oh well. This is fine though. This is fine. There's a food shop in here after all. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, one quick... Hey, what do you got? I'll take more legendary items if you want to... Okay. Regular stats is fine. Find chest, find big island, back the chest, clear the island. I know, but even then, it's just like... I don't know. There's still the traps you gotta worry about, which I shouldn't be getting hit by, but I generally tend to anyway. And just in case I get hit by a bird stupidly, it's like... Clearing it out should be the easy solution, but I don't know. I've lost so many runs already when it comes to using Serenade that I just, especially with stuff like that happening too. Gotta remember that there are also spawning enemies, which is even more fun than everything else. There's a lot of potential for things to go wrong. I think you can understand what I'm saying here. There we are. Right on top of the trap, I suppose. The one tile jumps, because that's the life I'm leading right now. I don't know. It's like just for a single extra chest. It's a single extra stat. And maybe a potentially good colorless item, but really it's mostly about the stat. I don't think it's worth it. I want to play it safe. And there's my like 10-minute excuse as to why I'm not going to get that. I hope you all enjoyed. Donations are accepted on the left. Okay. And said, Serenade is still so good for just like taking out basic enemies. Like I said, all I want is I just want a noticeable increase in DPS. That's all it would take for me to really consider this to be a great item. Because I love the style. I love the look. I love the whole idea of it and everything. It just needs to have a little bit of extra oomph to justify the fact that you really gotta mess around, do like more micromanaging than you would with most other weapons. It's the Nerves of Steel thing, where it's like Nerves of Steel, higher than usual damage because it's harder to use than usual. Spawning enemies are great. I know, right? Oh, what to do? Oh, okay. I could actually go with either of these, and let's just pause it for 1 second to make sure the malaise is not going up. What are y'all thinking? Because, like, I kind of want to see either the bomb or it could have cleared the curse 2 times. You say that, but I'm the choke master, and I will choke when it comes to fighting enemies. And you gotta always put that in the cleaver. Yeah, I was thinking cleaver too. I don't really like the idea of that one. Bleed propagation is very powerful, and this should be getting like some very powerful bleed here. Additionally, stop trying to transform everything into an elite, please. I would very much prefer not to be fighting any of those guys right now, even if I am very well equipped for it. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Still gotta remember to keep switching back and forth between the giant killer just to get the most out of the vampirism affix. It's been working pretty well so far. Like, I haven't even been worried about, like, getting food right now. And, of course, that's the whole thing where it's just, like, at least here I don't actually die in a single hit if I mess up the... Yeah, let's do that. Can I get, like, a little bit of... Lead him in there? No, that wasn't close enough, apparently, to get the bleed off of. That's fine, I suppose. God! See, that's what I'm talking about with the sneaky enemies spawning. Where it's just like, oh. The automatons, like, appearing outside of the clock tower. At first, with the speed up, it was the shield bearers. The shield bearers were real annoying to deal with. Now I think it's those guys. I think I am ready to say that, man, another one of these that's even more powerful. Okay. Man, you're in a pause area? Oh, okay. I didn't actually realize that, to be honest. I thought that that would still keep going up even despite that. Good to know. Yeah, I think the food area is that always on this first little level chunk? I hate it. I'll say it again. The automatons, I think, are the worst. Which is weird. They're usually an enemy you don't even encounter too much otherwise. Great. I'll deal with that when I get out of here. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple. How do you feel about birds, which aren't firebirds, can hit you, but don't count as actual enemies? I mean, they all go down in one singular hit, and they don't, like, home in on you or anything, so I guess it's okay. If they were, like, way more populous or made an effort to fly directly into you, then I probably feel a little bit differently. But as it is, I feel like they're just the additional trap that exists in the shrines, which are already just chock-a-block full of the things anyway. Yeah! Well, maybe I can rally up a decent amount of health anyway. The answer is no. Apparently I cannot. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I can just go afford a potion charge, which, you know, I might just do at this rate. Still can get a little bit of the old usage out of the vampirism affix, which has, to now, still been quite the reliable way to do a lot of extra damage. Of course, though. Get out of here, everybody. Really now. That's a lot of fun, I gotta say. Having a good time. Look how huge he is. Okay, well. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh no, indeed. So about that whole potion charge, let's go get that one out of the way right now. Also, thank you, Van Crotus. I love you. Hey. Did a patch fix the Serenade glitch? Yeah, I do believe the Serenade glitch is currently no longer in service. Which, you know, yeah. That's fair. Now I need to go just get rid of everything else around here before going back to deal with the most giantest enemy in existence. God, he's so big. Come on. I just, like, I know I'm actually, like, dodging all the enemies, all the attacks here pretty well, but... God, yeah. Like, I think I'm going to go use another potion charge at this rate. I just... I can also just have done this the entire time. But I didn't. Enemy that's already considered to be a mini-boss. Becomes true boss. Wait, there's not even anything here, is there? This is just the area where you get Serenade in the first place. Well, I guess not quite, but still. Ugh. Well, that was an amazing confluence of events. I'm very, you know, you love to see it. Anyway, I'm gonna go get that necklace. That's a lot of extra statage, considering that, you know, I am purposely trying to go for legendary items for the potential huge amount of extra damage that they can do. So it's like, yeah, the 50% extra that I get from taking just 1 point of tactics should be good. I mean, I guess I could have actually just gone up to the surface. Well, no, I couldn't have because he teleports me. Never mind. I was going to say maybe I could have slammed rocks down on the elite's head, but nope, not possible. Teleports. You know, I think I'm just going to go. Yep. Okay. Worked out just fine. Whatever makes you do more sounds is a plus. Great. A lot of really good bleed affix over the course of this run. Vamp on Snake Fangs is awesome. Yeah, that would be... I mean, you know, the most success I've had has been using... Oh, what's this now? Maybe useful? For Serenade? Like in the... Critical ouch? Potential. Probably not. Oh, ow. I didn't even see what hit me. Probably something like a bird. Come on. And... oh, I guess I don't really care too much about getting that legendary out. I'm just going to kind of keep going here. God! I see the birds also get benefit from the legendary shrine, which that I'm a little bit more unsure of the fairness of. Oh well. What am I gonna do? Say no? Oh, thank you, Sam, for the hammer. I love you. Oh, I meant to take it. I was thinking about the stats there. I'm trying to go for the most out of legendaries, because I haven't done that too much just yet. I was talking about that in one of the last casual runs that I was doing. I want to try and, like, go for, like, make legendaries work now that they've been changed. A little bit more than... because I think it's an interesting concept, and, you know, trying to go with, like, a very different type of build, like only 2 stats rather than, you know, 1 major stat and then whatever gets you the most health. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing. How many potions you upload? Only 2. And I was able to buy 1 back right away, so don't even worry about it. How they change it? They now scale with your 2 highest stats, which means that the cleaver that I'm using right now should get the benefit, basically, of, like, 22 brutality. I think. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. Hard to say. But I've been getting a lot of extra survival over the course of this run with the hopes that that's true. I think it's working. Like 729, 2400 DPS. I mean, you look like a Serenade. It's not bad. At least like basic Serenade, but basic Serenade is pretty bad, just entirely. That's kind of the point. You need the mark. Sounds broken. I mean, they, as you can see, also though, they are significantly lower level. This is considered a cleaver 9, but it's only giving me plus 158% damage compared to the base level version of the cleaver. I think that's how they kind of plan to balance it. But you know, the stats are they go up. What is it, exponentially? You know, it's plus 15% extra damage on top of the plus 15% that you're already getting. So it should kind of like all switch out to be more powerful regardless, I think. Now with legendaries, you can go even more glass cannon build. Hey, I love it. That's great, because that's all I ever do. Why do anything except for glass cannon is what I ask. We're gonna use a 3rd potion charge at this rate. I think I'd like to try to avoid it. I mean, besides, I got the heart. All I gotta do is just hit an enemy 50 times. Yeah. Ah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let's just kind of like start moving on here. Accidentally get almost killed by the... God. Always with the thing. Man, am I going to use a potion charge? I don't know. I think I am. I still have the heart, though. I still have the heart. I'll make it work. I can make this work. You sure I don't have to worry about the potion charges? Not yet. I'm choosing not to. There. Don't accidentally go down to the bombs. Alright, well. Couldn't quite figure out how to do that. Anyway, just the ungodly amount of damage everything's still doing in 5-cell mode. And hey, at least I finally got down to not having full malaise for once over the course of a very long time. Mm-hmm. Didn't realize I was that far over. Anyway, yeah, Snake Fangs would be a nice choice aside from that. I do get 80% extra on poison. I think I'm going to take it, actually. It's not like, certainly it's not like I'm getting a ton of extra benefit from anything else right now. And I suppose that it's just like, yeah, I could go take the curse chest now. Well, chat, I'll leave it up for you. What do I want to do? Do I want to take the curse chest, or do I want to, you know, ignore it and not die? And I'm gonna ignore it. Okay. Like, have you seen how much damage I've taken in this area already? I cannot possibly go into there right now. I guess I'll take the clock tower, sure. Ugh. Terrible, terrible area. But of course, it is a pretty rough one to go through. Very straightforward, very simple to... Hey, where does this go? I can also just go into the Sepulchre if I feel like it. That probably would be a little bit easier, but, so take a curse to clear in the next area? I mean, I could. You think I should go Clock Tower or Distillery? Or Clock Tower. Clock Tower or Sepulchre? Like, what are you looking at? Tower? Okay. There's no curse? Yeah, but Sepulchre is like super easy to go through is the difference, though. It also has like tightly packed enough enemies that with like bleed propagation, I'd be able to take care of everything pretty easily. I don't need that then. I can only hope that Clock Tower for more scroll fragments. Does this have more scroll fragments? Yeah, but it doesn't have the curse chest though. If it works, it works. I suppose I'll just take whatever gives me the yes, don't forget to switch out that. Get the old Serenade out here working for me too. Oh, there's another Serenade down there to maybe go get. It has poison on it. That's the only thing that I think I really need to make this whole thing work. As of right now, though, it should be doing a lot of extra damage against enemies, even though, you know, testing it out prior, a lot of extra damage wasn't actually all that much damage, even with the synergies. Man, didn't hit anything. Come on, baby. Okay. God. I feel like this guy is taking way longer than usual to actually attack me. How much more damage is Cleaver doing? I could not tell you since I don't really know how much damage Cleaver normally does. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up taking Corrupted Healing and just try and get to the end at this rate. Any more automatons want to appear before I continue up the tower? No? Okay. Great. Cool. Cool and great. Good and great. Good. All right. Well, anyway. I gotta scroll down there. I should probably go get that. Still sure potions aren't a worry? I mean, not any more than usual. Like I would say go check out like any run that I have done as of recent where I died and tell me how many potion charges I died with. But yes, I would say after I have used 3 that yes, potion charges are more of a worry now. You're right, you got me. Weird parries once again. Oh, come on. Can't give me... one or the other would have probably given me a lot of extra damage. Maybe. Hard to say. Sepulchre has less normal scrolls. Does it? Far cry from back in the day when it had all of the scrolls. All the time. Okay. Let's get that bleed propagation going. Some good stuff. Might also want to try and like re-roll into getting a little bit of poison on there as well, but I also know that that's largely unnecessary. Shouldn't even want to worry too much about it. All right. I mean, how much damage is the Cleaver doing right now? 4,000 plus 500 DPS. It seems pretty good, but it's not like doing a wacky huge amount of damage. But Cleaver has never really been one that I've thought of as being an extremely powerful weapon either. So it's hard to say. It's just like if this was, you know, like a main hand weapon, I could more easily compare it to some of the other stuff that I'm doing. But, you know, trying to compare it to the other skill that I have, Serenade, I feel like is not going to be able to. get a good idea of exactly the damage I'm getting out of it. E. Why E? All right, well, stats are at least looking a little bit better, but no challenge drifts and only one extra curse chest over the course of this. Not as much as I was hoping for. There's some good parrying. Well, hey, at least Snake Fangs are a pretty easy way to get... Snake Fangs are a pretty easy way to get a lot of rally out after you get hit. So you just fly immediately towards an enemy. Yeah, no. Good for extra health, not good for extra damage, which is what I'm looking for. All right. I mean, if I was going for the... Scarecrow, I might want extra... Come on, get down here. Will you just teleport already? Is Serenade really going to kill you at this rate? It's just the normal attacks. Okay, then. That was a little bit harrowing. But I'm all right for now. Now, then. That's extra poison and potentially burning oiled up target. Yeah, it's like I might actually just want to go switch out for like a flamethrower turret now instead. It also spreads inflammable oil, so that's like a lot of extra. Like, Cleaver, look, you're doing a good job and everything, but I don't know, man. I think there's a new kid in town, and that kid's name is, you know, flamethrower turret. This build sucks. You suck! Anyway. Get as much money as I possibly can here. In the meantime, I suppose I am probably going to be killing a few more enemies than normal. Because I really do want to try and get that synergy working. Got him! I did, didn't I? That's why I'm the streamer, baby. Maybe if you got me better, you'd be the streamer. But as it turns out, I get to hold that title at least for one more day. Yeah. 24, not bad. But a little bit more than that to actually afford the thing. Or no, the stats. Need a little bit more than that to actually be able to do a lot more damage. The damage that I want to do. Wow, that took a long time for me to say correctly. There we are. Not bad, not bad. Okay, okay. If it got better, you just spite mute. If spite mute. Isn't that like a Discord thing? I don't think Twitch has muting. Good try. But not enough. Also, I'd like to see you do better. I mean, you'll never know. I don't think you all are ever going to know what I would do if you got me better. Because y'all are never going to get me better. Oh, there's a... appears to be a stat or a legendary over here. You can mute people on Twitch. Huh. Good to know. Is it good to know? I guess. I don't really have anybody that I would need to do that to as of just yet. 25, nice. But is that enough money? Probably not. I think I need like 10,000. Well, there's also a couple other areas around here too that I might be able to go to. Let's take a look, I suppose. Keep a lookout for any sort of runes on the wall or floor, chat. I'm explicitly talking to you because I expect you, because if I don't get that, I'm blaming all of you. Yeah, well, how much do I actually need to go get first? I should probably go check on that right now. Knowledge is power, and you just got more powerful, hence better. Actually, it was a lot more affordable than I thought. Never mind. Cool. Yep, when the apocalypse comes, the only thing that will have any worth is knowledge. That's why you need to learn as much as you possibly can right now. Did I miss any fragments? Because one more would get me a stat. Nah, I'm not seeing anything. All right, let's just get out of here. It's kind of happening. I at least got a lot of buff ups now for the actual Serenade itself, which I think is going to be important. In the meantime, though, combo ain't going to be doing me too much good. However, Tainted Flask will. And then, how about open wounds? Do I get bleeding? Get extra damage with bleeding for the snake fangs. Do I care? Nah. What else could I possibly do? I mean, Scheme, I don't even know if Scheme actually works. I guess that would be something. Just give me Vengeance. Vengeance is at least, like, you know, a damage buff and also will save me in case of problems. Oh, wait, no, I should have taken Disengagement. What am I thinking? Ah, no. Oh, no, everybody. I made a mistake. It's my mea culpa. Yeah, boy, oh boy. All I ever see these days are constant melee spawns. I know, right? Can't get away from it. At least this should be good hits by me. There we go. A little bit better. Slightly better. Yeah. Not slightly better. Man, this is maybe like one of the worst Timekeeper fights I've had for a little while. Is controller better than regular old PC? I mean, they explicitly tell you to use it, so I would say so. Not too bad. I was actually getting some pretty good damage off of Serenade by the end there, which was pretty nice. Which I am happy to see. Quite happy to see, in fact. I think we might be finally starting to get to a point where it's getting real powerful. It only required me to get every single synergy possible that I could get. Only. I mean, I suppose I didn't get Bleed, but Bleed would have been the next one to get. I really should use a shield for Timekeeper. Absolutely, shield has always been one of the most best things to use against the Timekeeper. Yes, it's a. I mean, even back in the day, I remember when I was doing like showcase runs for the Brutal update. One of the things that I would always do would be like, okay, I gotta stop using shields for literally. I gotta stop doing so many shield runs just because they're so good against the then current final boss. I am going to take Astronomy. And hopefully get some healing. Could really use it, let me tell you. Playing with keyboard is perfectly fine. Just depends on what you're used to. Yeah, but they explicitly say not to use the keyboard. I play KBM for pretty much every PC game that I own. Just kind of how it is. But if they explicitly say don't do that, I don't do it. I'm a slave to their wishes. Not doing a whole ton of damage. However, it will after I get the synergies. Yeah, well, that works. Losing on combo, though, is too bad. Repeater crossbow is the ultimate anti-timekeeper weapon. I don't know. I still think any shield will do you good. And does it really not do that much damage? And it's, I guess not. The flying form, I feel like should be doing a little bit more. Come on. Yeah, of course. Man. Oh. That's right. Not just starting from the castle. We're gonna go do a fight against the gardener because I don't know. I think I can take him. Maybe. Got a really good mushroom boy. Let's just see how this goes. Yep, already. Oh. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. What just happened? I don't know. Huh. Well, anyway, that was a good scarecrow fight. Let's continue on. All right then. Maybe there's some sort of interaction with the mushroom boy. He summons them. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on here into the castle. I didn't even get the chance to use the Serenade. Are we forgetting what sort of run this is supposed to be? Anyway, let's just get on with this here. I do have the Serenade and like the everything else. I don't know, man. Ooh, Rhythm Mizuki. I'll try it. Been using a lot of legendary items, needless to say, right now anyway, so we'll see kind of how this goes in the future. Certainly I can switch out very easily between the whole ability to go for Serenade, but also any other weapon that I happen to be using. I'll grab that real quick, if I can. I don't think I can while I'm in the air. Well, anyway, yeah, Serenade is still kind of like, I don't know, man. To be honest, why do you need Serenade when you have Mushroom Boy, which I think was probably the most amount of damage that I got out of that? I'm really not entirely sure. Mission passed, respect plus, thank you. I mean, how much damage is the Mushroom Boy doing? 11,000 damage. Yeah, okay. Extra damage if hits against the wall. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know exactly what was doing so much there, but I guess I'm not going to argue. Why would I? That would be absurd. I guess this is a Mushroom Boy showcase run. I'm sorry, everybody. What can I say? This is weird. He's doing 150,000 damage every single hit. I guess when people were talking about the legendary weapons being pretty good, they were right. Well, I feel like I should probably get rid of this boy, considering the circumstances here, but at the same time... That's close. But at the same time, I saw a post on Reddit about Mushroom Boy doing 5 to 10 times normal damage, so that's probably a glitch. Asked and answered. Cool. I guess. Yeah, Mushroom Boy MVP once and always. There we go. Don't bosses have a damage cap? He also bleeds enemies is the thing. I got that as a special affix due to, you know, the whole legendary deal. But, yeah, normally you would think it would be like a... But anyway, like a constant tick of damage was probably hitting the damage cap every single time. So there you go. Mystery solved. Still pretty wacky. Nice. I'm also getting really lucky on the food drops, which is nice by itself. On single hits, yeah, but I mean, it's like, yeah, like I said, I got the bleed. Yeah, let's just see real quick. All right, then. Well, this is going to be into... This is not the sort of... I'm going to be honest. It's like I was taking the Mushroom Boy because, you know, the Mushroom Boy's a good item and everything. I did not think that it was going to completely overwrite the run in this way. We're going to have to ban Mushroom Boy at this rate. Oh, no. Not again. Why does everything I like happen to be this way? The Owl of War, the Mushroom Boy. Serenade is going to be the next one, if we're continuing the pattern. Oh, should I even bother? I should just go to the end here already. You gotta meme him. I mean, I want to do the meme because it's interesting, but I also don't want to do it because we're still supposed to be doing the Serenade run, you know? Like, that's like the thing. You know? Really gonna say no to this face? Look at him. Look at him. What are you gonna do? I suppose. What are you gonna do? I could get him to be like 2 times damage as well, and probably be even wackier. I don't know if that would affect the whole other thing though. The ability for him to God, I'm trying to even think what it's called. The bleed that I got. Might not do that. 30 on red? Yeah, I've gotten kind of lucky with the whole stats this run. I don't really know exactly what the deal is. I don't even just do it. Jeez. I don't even know exactly what I did to get that sort of stat, but here we are. All right. Anybody else want to come in here real quick? Cool. All right. Showcase run of summon skills. That's kind of, yeah. That's more or less what I would call it. Anyway, I suppose I can go get that scroll fragment easy enough. Then... yeah, sure. Then I guess I'm basically done. With 30 red, you could just start pumping green. I mean, I could. I could also maybe like put 1 point into tactics so I don't take half of my health in every single hit. But I'm not going to do that. That's lame. We committed to 1 stat and that's it. All right. Get on out of here then and see exactly what sort of wacky shenanigans I'm going to get up to in the next area. I guess I could also kill just 4 more enemies. Maybe that would be a good idea. I'm that close to getting to 60 after all. So monogamous. Why not, though? My mushroom boy gets all the benefits. Why give it to anybody else? All right, keep the bleed. He's already hitting damage caps. I don't know. Probably a good idea, though. Yeah. All right, 1 more enemy. And that's Mushroom Boy doing it right there. All right, let's go. 36 red. Yeah, probably not. I think we're doing good. We're not doing that good. All right. Do I even want to? This is better. No, it's about the same. 300% and etc. What's maximum stat you ever got? I've definitely gotten over 40 before. That was in previous versions of the game, though, so I don't really know if it's quite comparable. Because it was like, you know, back when you got 1 million stats in the Sepulcher, basically. Get out of here, boy. Also, get in here real quick because I don't want to, you know. She's from Minnesota and she's from Wisconsin, right next to each other. All right, then. What a weird circumstance that I found myself in. Okay. I don't know, man. Someone try a Serenade run. Jeez. Mushroom Boy MVP once again. What can I say? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Could this end up with flawless? No, probably not. Choke Master. Never forget Choke Master. You keep thinking that it might not be Choke Master. It's going to be Choke Master. I'll screw it up. Don't worry. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can just unlock this right now too. And there we go. Perfect. If I do get a flawless fight, though, wouldn't that be interesting that it's like the first flawless fight that I got was on the showcase for Mushroom Boy? And then... I don't know. Good outfit, though. Alright, let's do this. I'm ready, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep... No, it should be the Serenade. Everybody shut up. This is Serenade. This is the Serenade run where we're doing the Serenade. Stop talking about things that aren't Serenade. Yo, if I see one person say anything that's not the word Serenade, I will ban them. This is not an empty threat. Sorry, A1 worker. You are dead. I'm gonna kill you. Ah! There we go. Oh boy, I arrived at a bad time. Sorry. Them's the rules, though. That was like 300,000 damage. Man. It's about 250 hours in Dead Cells. Nice. What else we doing? I mean, obviously want to go find the food shop and everything. I'm still kind of weak, all things considered, with like the other issues that are currently occurring. But why am I even trying to go up that way? Anyway, I believe in you, Doc. I should be mod. No, you will not be mod. Yeah. Yeah. Worth it. Ow. Anyway, continuing on here. There. Jeez, I tell ya. Anyway, let's go choke master. I'm choking. Look at me. Here I am. I'm doing it. Everybody's favorite. This raid is going to die beforehand. Shut up. I'm trying here. Get back here, Mushroom Boy. I'm sorry I sacrificed you. Way nothing else of interest. I mean, I guess technically of interest, because considering it could potentially get me a lot of extra. Yeah. Could potentially give me a lot of extra DPS and all that, but you know. Or, not DPS. And look at the wacky amount of damage the Serenade is doing. Should remember that I still have the bazooki after all. Oh, come on. Well, there's that then. Ah! No, I am going to die at this rate. Oh, I am. I am actually dying at this rate. I am still alive. Against all odds. Anyway. Look at that fall. Oh, man. Hit literally nothing that entire time. Also, like, Serenade is broken, I guess. What is happening in this run? Like, I don't even... Like, what is going on? Everything is just, like, all real wacky right now. Okay. Motion Twin fix your game, I guess. Like, what is... Good. Laced here, unfortunately, increasing as well. God, fix your game indeed. Ooh, 4. But doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, and there's the actual food shop, too, which is nice to see. Well, forget about the bazooka, I guess. It's just gone now. Is it stable or some sort of alpha beta? Honestly, I don't even know at this rate. I'd like to believe that this is the current, like, live version of the game, but I don't know. Anyway. Oh, you said this VOD to Motion Twin? They know where to find it. They're looking for it. Potion charge? No, I got the healing, so I should be able to just come on. I got the healing, so I should be able to regen a potion charge sooner than later. Okay. How do you not die from that fall? I don't know, man. I didn't, though. I don't know what's happening here. A lot of wacky stuff, really. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to make of it. But here we are. Like, if you think that I can even, like, start to, like, begin to describe whatever is happening in this over the course of this run, it's just like you'd be wrong. Oh, come on! Ah. And I'm gonna have to just go use that potion charge at this rate. All right. Well, you know what? In fact, I am just going to go do that. Because, man, how do you have the Serenade in hand and ability to? I don't know. It just happened like that. There. I take so much damage all the time. Like, there's a lot of weird bugs that are currently happening in this run, and I'm just not even gonna question it, really. Mm-hmm. 2, 3, and then it's just gonna go right into the thing, and there we go. Hey, that's nice too. All right. Okay. I always remember that those guys will just walk off the edge of places, no problem at all, because they can't understand what doors are, which is okay by me. I'm not even going to complain about that at all. Mm-hmm. And there's that. And we're almost done, and we're going to see what sort of wacky shenanigans I get into next. Because I'm sure that there will be some, and they'll be real wacky. You know the kind that I'm talking about. Anyway. I guess we are getting some good Serenade action, if nothing else. I don't really know what to do with this whole thing, though. Yeah, maybe this is some sort of, like, April Fool's sort of joke. Probably not. Uh, funny 4-month day. Well, I don't know, man. Let's just get on with this here. Monk ass. Didn't get the potion charge, though. Let's see what happens. Because filthy bug abuser. Oh, come on now. Favorite song from the Dead Cells soundtrack? I would actually probably say the Sepulchre. Come on, Choke Master. Let's go. Yeah.
Get ready to choke. He's choking, baby.
Actually, let's give it like 10 seconds so that the stuff appears. No need potion charges. Yeah. Okay. Take themselves, baby. Choke. Yeah, Clock Tower soundtrack is also pretty good. And he hit me right into it anyway. Hey, that wasn't even my fault. That's just what happened. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks, Dead Cells. You really did it. Nah, it's totally normal, Serenade. Don't even worry. Same as it ever was. Now you need to try to... It's like, what do you... Like, I don't... Like, the knockback knocked me into the bomb. What can I even say? Otherwise, it probably would have been flawless. It's like I just tanked that one last hit because who cares, basically. I would have played a little bit better if I knew that, you know. Yeah. Well, there's Serenade. I hope y'all enjoyed.